Hi all, Dr. Clark here again, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the debate project for forest management. Okay, the way the debate project works is you're going to pick a topic that has a pro side and a con side, and you're going to present both sides as if you're debating that project. Excuse me. In doing so, you're going to provide evidence in three main areas for each side. Okay? And so we're going to go through that today, and I'll talk a little bit more about how this is done. But in general, it should be a fairly fun project for most people. Okay, so first off, it's 10 minutes or so. Okay, and the reason why I like to keep it to 10 minutes, and in actuality, a little bit less than 10 minutes is perfectly fine, is because you're going to be uploading this video to YouTube. Any video over 10 minutes on YouTube requires you to go into the settings, click a little box that says you want to upload a video that's longer than 10 minutes. If you don't know how to do that, you can watch a YouTube video on how to get YouTube to allow for longer videos. Also, if you don't know how to upload a YouTube video, you can always watch a video on how to upload a YouTube video. So there's those tutorial videos out there. That's why I like to use YouTube, is because it's really simple. Most people have an account. If not, it's really simple to get an account, and you can upload your videos when you're done with it. If you don't want it up there any longer, you just take it down, delete it. Okay, so first off, like I said, 10 minutes, approximately 10 minutes. If you're going to go longer than 10 minutes, realize that you're going to have to click that box. If you go less than 10 minutes, you won't. But if you go too little, your project is going to suffer. At least the points of your project is going to suffer, because there's quite a bit that you actually have to cover for the required material. Okay, so 5 minutes pro, 5 minutes con. Roughly the same amount of time between the two areas. This can be difficult depending on the topic that you choose. Some topics are going to have a lot more evidence for the pro side or a lot more evidence for the con side, and you're going to have to dig in to one of the other sides to find that evidence that's kind of missing. You'll find it if you dig enough. Okay? All right, so how do you support your debate? You're going to support your debate in three main areas. Okay? Scientifically, so this will include data in the forms of graphs and tables, scientific articles, okay, that are supportive of either the pro side or the con side of your debate. Okay? And you're going to need some for your pro side. You're also going to need some for your con side. Then you need to support it or analyze it from an economics point of view. Okay? What's the cost benefit? So do kind of a cost benefit analysis. Do the costs outweigh the benefits? Do the benefits outweigh the costs? What are the net gains? Okay? So in other words, how much money can be made off of the debate in question? Okay? That's often why there's a debate, is one party wants something to occur because it's financially stimulating, maybe for a few individuals or maybe for the entire economy, and another party doesn't because it either goes against the scientific or it goes against the ethics from some point of view. And that's the third piece, the ethical point of view. So there's lots of ways to examine the ethics of a project or the ethics of a debate, the ethics of a pro side and the ethics of the con side. You can examine them from a sociology point of view, and that would be examining, like, is there racial inequality? Okay? Are these projects, the project, the debate, whatever it might be, okay, is it going to have a negative effect on one ethnic group? Okay. Or is it going to have a benefit to only one ethnic group? You can also examine it from a ecology or biology point of view, where maybe you're looking at environmental ethics. So yeah, it might be cost worthy and it might make a group a lot of money, but from an environmental point of view, is this going to contribute to climate change? Is it going to contribute to localized habitat degradation? So are you going to destroy local streams, local air quality? What's going on? Those are the environmental ethics. Okay. So again, you're going to look at it a pro side. You're going to look at scientific economic ethics, and a con side, scientific economics ethics. You're going to need to cite in two forms. Okay? So I suggest that people use PowerPoint and debate pro side and then con side, or con side and then pro side, come together, decide which one has more evidence, and kind of make your choice whether you would go pro or con based on the evidence. Okay. PowerPoint's easy to do that. You can present it. Okay, you can make a video of you talking about the different slides, showing the evidence. You can show pictures, graphs, those kind of things on the PowerPoint. But you don't have to. If that's not your cup of tea and you want to try something else, that's perfectly fine. Okay? You can just do like a poster board where you're doing it now. You could do a whiteboard, a chalkboard. Okay? But keep in mind, one of the mandates of the project is you must have visuals. Okay? You must have visuals in the form of data. So you have to have either graphs or tables or charts of some sort. Okay? And you also should have something, visuals that attract the viewer to whatever project it might be. So some pictures about the project, maybe some pictures that are pro and some pictures that are con. Okay? Now, your citations have to be in text. So your citations, if you're using a poster board, it has to be after whatever was written, after the picture, after the graph, whatever it is. Same thing with the PowerPoint. If you have in the PowerPoint, you have a graph, you need an in-text citation next to that graph, showing the viewer where the information came from. If you created it yourself, based on data that you collected on your own, then you don't need to cite. Okay? But if someone else collected it, then a citation is needed. Otherwise, it's plagiarism. Okay? And then the final page or the final part of your poster, whatever one you want to do, however you want to do it, you need a list of all your citations. So a literature cited page or literature cited slide or little literature cited box that's on the whiteboard or chalkboard, etc. Okay? All right. So let's jump over to topics. Before we go to the topics, let's talk about deadline or time frame. Okay? The project is due the last day of the semester. Okay? So the last day that you can turn in or go to class, okay? So the day before dead day is the day the project is due, and the project is due at 11:59. Okay? So as it gets closer, like the week of, then you'll see the link or the information about that project. Okay? Again, what you're going to do is you're going to upload it to YouTube, and then you're going to send me the link to your debate project. I'm going to watch it on YouTube, and then I'm going to grade it based on the criteria put forth here. Did you provide scientific data that supported pro and con? Did you provide economic data that supported pro and con? Ethics that support pro and con? Did you use proper citations, literature cited? Did you include visuals? Okay? And did you actually debate. Here's the pro side, here's the con side. Okay? With that all being said, the project's worth 100 points. Okay? And again, it's due the last day of class. Okay, so let's jump over to some topics that you could choose from. You can choose anything, any topic, as long as there's a pro and con to it, and it has something to do with forest management. Okay, so here are just some topics that I kind of kicked around real quick and wrote them down. So you're going to have topics that are dealing with fire. So things like prescribed burning, the pros and cons of prescribed burning. Okay? If it's dealing with fire, that's fine. That's a great topic. Okay, you just pick a single topic and you pick the pro and the con side of it. You could look at timber industry or lumber industry. Okay, what's the pro and con of private logging? Firewood removal, removal of diseased and dying trees. So things like allowing for people to come in and cut pine bark beetle death or other diseased trees that would, be standing on the landscape. What's the pro and what's the con of allowing to do things like that? Roads, off-roads. Okay, so off-road vehicle use, reduction of the maintained roads, reduction of roads in general, trails and trail services. Okay, so there's all kinds of debatable topics, okay, that have to do with roads, off-roads, and these different things. Grazing and livestock, so the use, the permits, how much you cost. If the organism is killed by a predator, does the Forest Service pay? Okay, how many organisms do you allow to enter the Forest Service land? Okay, these different things, they have pro and con sides to them. Hunting, fishing, wildlife management, same thing, pro, con. Horseback only zones, where you can only enter on horseback or foot. Fly fish only regions within the national forests. What are the pros, cons of these different regions? As long as it has something to do with excuse me, a policy put forth by the Forest Service or a forest management area, then it is worthy of a debate topic. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to throw that out there. You have until the end of the semester to complete the debate project. When it's done and it's uploaded and it works, you just send me the link to the YouTube video. I'll watch it and give you a grade. Okay? If you have any questions about material, those kind of things, always send me an email, give me a phone call, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. Till next time.